Welcome back to my channel. My name is Arissa, and as always, this is Arissa Roof Art. And if you've seen any of my other videos before, well, specifically this one, I guess not any of them, I am going to do an experiment. So I've done this before where I did like a bloom in here, like a flip cup with a bloom. So like a flip cup with cell activator in it. I can speak. But this time I'm going to actually do a bloom in here. This is just some old frames that I didn't like the canvases, so I kept the frames, but I'm going to use them as a barrier for my house paint. And I'm going to blow out a bloom in the inside of it and then release it and let it flow and see. And I'll show you my colors. So I'm having a white house paint base, but on top of it, I'm going to use Artist Loft, not in this order necessarily, Floetrol. This is Artist Loft Turquoise. Then I have Pēbēo Studio Acrylics in the Iridescent Red Blue. I have Sargent Liquid Metal in Copper. And I have Modern Masters in English Brown. Now, this is not a bad color palette because brown and blue go together, brown and pink go together, copper and blue, copper and pink, those all work. But I'm gonna throw in a curveball in my cell activators because I have my standard black. That's nothing. But to this, I'm actually going to add an obnoxious one, but I love the color anyway. It's the Amsterdam Greenish Yellow. I've never tried it as a cell activator, but I'm going to try it. But what I did, I'm going to put this one down first and then the black on top of it. But because I'm going to put this one down first, I actually left it just a little bit thicker than the black cell activator. That way, I think it'll act more similarly to the paints. But this is all just theory. I have no idea. And it may create cells that way. So let's just get started. I'm going to do the small one first. So guys, look at this. The Modern Masters paint, the brown pigment, broke immediately with this recipe. So I'm going to try something new, add something to it, and I will show you the result in the end. All right, so I just did a double bloom on this canvas, but I ended up scraping it all together because I didn't like the composition, first of all, but secondly, the Modern Masters brown I used, it broke really quickly. So the pigments broke apart really quickly. Which they will do every once in a while because it's not, I don't know what's wrong with the paint, but it did break just a bit. So I ended up scraping it all in the center. So I'm going to do a swipe, but I added something to that Modern Masters paint. So if it works this time, I'll tell you what I added to see if I can get it to not split like that, because it instantly did that. And I saw Karen from Watercolor, I was watching her latest video and she tried that paint and had the same issue, which is something you can adjust for, I think. But I'm going to see if I can get rid of that issue. And I'm going to do a real quick swipe here. And it may not work, but we will see. It's hard to pour out of these little cups. Right. And I think I'm actually going to skip, I had a green cell activator also, and I'm going to skip that one and just go with my black one here. So let's see if I can get this to do anything I like. And actually, maybe I won't skip it. I just won't swipe with it. I'll swipe with just the black. So I'll just put the green cell activator on top. I know it's extreme. I did it on purpose. Where do I want my cell activator? I always have to do that and see where I want the cell activator to be. You know, I think that one's too big. I'm gonna get a smaller one. I don't want a really big swiping tool. This one's smaller than that one. So I'm gonna use this one today. and just cover the whole surface of this with cell activator. That way I will have enough to get to the end. There we go, just like that. All right, here I go. Cleaned off before it dries on there. All right, so that cell activator definitely works. That looks cool. I'm gonna swipe it just a little bit this way to see if it'll cause some cells over the white. That way I have some kind of composition on this end as well. And I'm gonna go and grab a different palette knife. Also, again, it's the same one, even smaller. So this is this little tiny one. And this one, I'm just gonna drag this down here. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna tilt side to side to cover my bottom edges, and then I'm gonna tilt front to back and see what happens with that brown and if it does the same thing. I'm interested to know. Get that off of there, get rid of some of that black, get rid of a little more of that black. Center it up, and then I'm gonna go back and forth. I don't want to lose all that, but I need to get it off. There we go. And I'm actually going to let this stretch a lot because I want to see what that brown is going to do. That is part of the reason I'm doing this. And just go to that corner over there. I'm losing so much. It's so sad, but that's okay because I want to stretch. I keep telling yourself that. You have a goal. And if I get negative space where this is more to one side, I'll be okay with that too. Because it looks really good. I love the cells, I love the lacing. Switch this off so I don't have to tilt away from you the whole time. Wow. So I think actually I'm just gonna pull this down a little bit and I'll get you guys down and show you what I got. And I did, I stretched this brown quite a bit and I have zero cracking or pigment breakage right now, which is really awesome because before it happened so immediately. I'm gonna get rid of this little speck here and then do this corner, which didn't actually get done. And I'll clean up my edges with more white house paint later. It doesn't matter so much right now because I will have time, but it works. This little, let me clean my hands. Oy. Actually, I've used these gloves a couple days now, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. I try to use my gloves a lot because they are valuable items right now. I'm gonna scrape the edges because they're dripping just a bit. And I'll bring you down and show you. And as I'm showing you, I'll tell you what I've, there goes my leaf blower. All right. One more, and then I'm going to turn off the lights and get down and show you the canvas. And I'll tell you what I put in my paint. It's kind of cool that it works so easily because I didn't even remix this paint. I just added it, which is awesome. All right, so let's get you down. So you see how that looks right there. It looks so perfect, so perfect. I absolutely love how these cells are falling over the edge. I love them. And the colors are so amazing. And you see there's no pigment breaking in there now at all. Oh, I love it. And so I'm going to show you all of this and then I'll show you what I did. I just added a few. Oh, look at that. That looks awesome. That is so cool. That lacing looks tremendous. I love it. The copper in there is spectacular. And that little black shadow, I love that. That looks cool because you see it's got a little blue in there too, so it's not just a black blob. All right, let me show you what I did. So this was my brown. This was, and sorry about my dirty table, it's got plastic on it, so the table's good. By the way, tangent, this table I got on OfferUp. It's 4 feet by 6 feet right now, but it goes to 8 feet long because there's a leaf. I got it for 50 bucks, y'all, and it's perfect condition. And I put it on risers here, so it's my height, but it's amazing. It's just a dining room table. I digress. Anyway, so I had this mixed up, and it was my normal house paint pouring medium with the Modern Masters in it, clean like that, and it broke. You saw the picture where the pigments just started breaking immediately. Now, I wanted that to not happen, so to the paint I already had mixed up, I added GAC 900. Now, we all know GAC 800 because we use it. I'm gonna go back. Sorry, I look crazy. I may not look great, but whatever, I wanna talk to you. So we all know GAC 800 because it, I'm gonna turn on my light, because it helps with preventing the paint from cracking. And so for GAC 900, and if you get on the Golden website, it'll show you what all their GACs do. GAC 900 is for painting on clothing, which allows it to stretch and bend with the clothing without breaking the paint. So I just added a few squirts of GAC 900 to that paint, and you saw the difference. Did not crack at all, and I did it just now. It didn't have to sit. It didn't have to marry or marinate or anything like that. It just worked immediately to prevent that black or that brown paint pigments from breaking up. So it's super important, you guys. This is all chemistry, all of it. Research your products. Figure out what they can do. Figure out what you can add to your products to help your paintings do exactly what your paintings you want them to do. Because just a few squirts of that, and it's just a little bottle. This will last me a while, and I have 2 bottles. It's just a few squirts of it, mix it in. It thinned out my paint a little bit, but not too bad. But it also prevented all that pigment breakage. And so it just worked immediately. I mean, you see the evidence of it. It's so well worth it to do your homework and see what products you can use and what their effects will be. Because it's not just Floetrol and water or house paint or glue wall or silicone. It's not just that. There are so many things out there that you can add to your paints to make them do specific things. And if you just do a little research, you learn and you can modify these things so easily. But sorry, this was a little long talk on the end. I don't really talk that often like that, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you've discovered any other products that you don't expect. So you see how these stretch over that corner so well? So well. And it's just because it allows that paint to stretch, because I didn't have this with the last one. I did not have those cells falling over like that. Try things, guys. Try anything you can. Don't spend too much money trying things. Buy a little bottle like that, but do your research and try. You never know what you're gonna get. Thanks for watching. Please like it if you like it. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.